Good morning, everybody. This is your man Calvin Thomas coming back at you. Okay, I'm outside today, but what I want to talk to you all about briefly is how to overcome failure online. How to overcome failure online. Listen, I want you all to understand that failure is a part of the process. You must understand that failure, okay, it's going to come. All right, you can take your greatest football player, well, baseball players, Babe Ruth. Uh, he's known for hitting one of the most home runs. Now, of course, now it's Barry Bonds. Okay, say what you want about him. He's hit the most home runs. Okay, however, look at how many times either of them had to strike out to do that. Okay, all right, your Hall of Fame baseball players average around 300 batting average. That means 7 out of 10 times they struck out or was called out, something to that effect. They did not get a hit. So think about that. Only 30% of the time were they successful. Okay? But they didn't get to where they were without overcoming those failures. Okay? Just because they struck out the first time, did they say, I'm just going to take my bat and go home? Okay? Your famous basketball players, Michael Jordan, who I consider the best player of all time. Your modern day players, LeBron James, who many of this era think is the greatest player of all time. Okay, I'm not going to debate that for this video because it's not important. Because I want you to understand that both of those players had to overcome failure, okay, to get to where they are today. Well, well, Jordan's playing days are over, but LeBron definitely had to overcome so many objections and so many failures. Okay? All right? He's lost more titles than he won. Okay? So, but it hadn't stopped him from trying to being the best that he is right now today. Still, who I consider the best player right now today. All right? So, you got to adapt the same mentality. Okay? So, it's a mind thing. It's a mind thing to overcome failure. Okay? All right? So the first thing you got to do is not give up because you didn't succeed in something. Okay? I've been at this online business thing now for really over 2 decades. Okay? And I'm just now getting to the point where I have consistent wins. Okay? I won many times in the past, but I didn't know it wasn't consistent. I remember the very first time that I did Google ads back in the day. Got a check in the mail for $3.79, and I had no clue what I did right to even get that check, and couldn't even duplicate that again. So, and you had to pay for advertising. So it just goes to show you. But I didn't give up. I kept fighting. But what I want you to understand is this is not about me. This is about you. Okay? All right. So I don't care what program you join. We have a successful platform, successful solution method. Okay? Listen, I can hoot and holler about that one all day long. But the first thing is getting your mind straight. Because if you don't get your mind right, then I don't care what program you join, whether it's Successful Solution Method or HempWorks, which is another one I'm involved in, or any other program out there. You're not going to see success if you don't get your mind right. Well, you're saying, oh, that's fine and good, Calvin. I understand where you're coming from. But you're talking about mindset. What do you mean by mindset? How do I have the right mindset? Well, I'm glad you asked, and I'm here to share a few things with you. Okay? First of all, you got to have belief in yourself. I'm going to say that one time. You got to have belief in yourself. See, the only thing about being outside here in Florida is during this time of year, you got to fight bugs, bees, flies. all of this, gnats, all of this. So I'm not gonna be out here too long, but I did want to share with you. You gotta have belief in yourself. Okay? Look, there's gonna be tons of haters and doubters that you don't run across, especially when you're trying to do something that has never been done before. Online marketing. You know, I remember people tell you wasting your time, you wasting your money. Okay? And I can tell you, my wife is one of them. When I launched this new one, you wasting your time. I don't know why you doing that. You got jobs. No, no, no. Because I wanted freedom and options. If I don't want to go to work, I don't have to. Okay? Simple as that. I want that freedom to choose. And we all know that jobs can get rid of you. Uh, they may love you one day and hate your guts the next and say bye. Thanks for coming. Then what? Okay? So when you have options, you don't have to put up with that nonsense. And people stay on jobs because they feel they don't have any options. They don't have any freedom. They got to take what the nonsense supervisors give them, and the policies and other things. But the thing is, let me get back on track. But having belief in yourself, okay? I don't care who doubts you. You got to believe I'm going to succeed, okay? And I'm gonna tell you guys, here's a good key to success. In the morning, wake up on YouTube and go to motivational videos. Les Brown, Tony Robbins, Jim Rohn, people like that. Dwayne Rock Johnson. Listen to those videos. That will get your mind in the right state of mind first thing in the morning. Okay? All right? And I'll tell you, before you even do that, get on your knees, pray to God and ask him to give you strength and belief. And if you even read the Bible, it tells you to believe. Okay? All right? So listen, do that. That get your mind looking at those motivational videos will get you in the right mindset for the rest of the day. Okay? All right. Another thing that you're gonna have to learn how to do is keep negativity outside of your inner circle. Okay? Um, there are going to be people who are negative. Okay? All right. Now, my mom used to have a saying: you can't stop a bird from flying over your head, but you don't have to let the bird build a nest on top of your head. Okay? All right. So what that means is this: you're gonna encounter all kinds of people, but you don't have to let them get in your inner circle, especially online. Uh, if they're negative, you know, you can unfollow them. Okay, and that negative post won't show up on your timeline no more, or you can block them. Okay, and that's with any social media platform. You don't have to sit there and take that nonsense. Now, if it's your spouse or anybody in your household, then that's going to be a little more difficult to do. But what you can do is say, listen, I don't need the negativity. Please keep your thoughts to yourself. I know you don't understand what I'm doing, but I'm doing it for my best interest. Okay, and if you love me like you say you do, you're going to support me. Okay, that plain and that simple. And nine, uh, uh, 9 times out of 10, they're going to say, okay, I don't agree with what you're doing, but I support you. And that's all you want. And keep that negative clatter down. Okay? Now, those that's outside your household, you can also have a talk with them and say, hey, look, if you want me to come around, or you come around, then you cannot have that negative uh, spirit and nonsense around because I'm not going to allow it because I'm turning over a new leaf. Okay? All right? Doing those things will help you out tremendously because let me tell you, negativity will set a seed in your mind or set a seed of doubt. Okay? And you don't need that when you're trying to succeed online. And that goes no matter what you're trying to do. Okay? And the last thing I want to tell you guys, real quick, this is just motivational before I get in. I talk a lot about the program that I'm in or programs that I'm in, some of the benefits of it. But listen, I want to talk about mindset. I think this is more important than any other video that I've done. If you don't listen to any video that I've done before, please listen to this one. Okay? And the last thing I want to talk about is having a great support system. There's a saying that if you hang around 5 millionaires, you'll be the sixth one. If you hang around 5 broke people, you'll be the sixth one. Okay? You're going to have to learn how to get a support system of like-minded people, or the mind that you are trying to have. It makes a big difference. And I'm going to give you an example. When I first decided on Facebook and said, you know what, things happen behind me, so I got to see what's going on. Won't nothing sneaking up on me out here. But I said, you know what, there's so many negative things going on, and it was affecting me because I was a negative because what was happening in my surroundings. Okay? And I spoke out on these things. Okay? Not that I was wrong, but it's, if I'm going to be in business, then I cannot have conversations like this because it brought about conversations on my timeline that I didn't, a lot of it I didn't agree with. Okay? And it's caused friction, harsh words, me blocking a few folks that probably didn't need to be blocked. You know, one one was a classmate, and he said, I just wanted to have a conversation, and you blocked me. But I was so irritated and upset with him, I wasn't trying to hear it anymore. So I said, you know what? I got to stop this. No more politics. No more uh, uh, racial issues on my timeline anymore. I'm gonna stop all this. So what I started doing is sending friend requests to people that had the mindset that I wanted to have. Okay, and I started silencing, unfollowing people that had the opposite mindset. You know, that made such a big, huge difference. Okay, and I'm gonna stop right here. Okay, it made a huge difference because now I'm getting positivity in my timeline, and that changed my mindset. I didn't talk about those issues anymore. Okay, and it's made a huge difference. Now I can go into my business and really put value out there for people who receive it and who support it. So that's what you got to do. Okay, all right. Now I just gave you just a few things. Okay, but your mindset is key, right? You got to believe that you can do this, and you can do this. Okay, you just got to change a few things of what's going on around you. If you can do that and accomplish that, it's going to make a big difference. I'm telling you, and you're going to be successful. Believe that. Speak that. Say that every morning. Have a vision board of what you want to become. See yourself living the lifestyle that you want to live. Picture that in your mind, okay? And keep it because that's what's going to propel you for success in the future, okay? All right? I got to get out of here. I'm tired of fighting bugs and it's getting hot. So you all take care and I will talk to you again next week sometime. God bless.